God.
She's Japanese, but her dog's name is Beef. I don't know.
Goldie?
I think they have beef over there.
So, everyone, we are
Thank
in New San Francisco. Currently, you all will decide in a second, but you guys could all be together, you could all be separate. Before we get started, though, we're gonna have a little flashback for a certain someone. So, Mr. Petrov,
Yes.
explain to us what Victor looks like before all the augments.
So before the augments,
Yeah.
he is still roughly built. He is hefty, thicker than a Snicker, as some would describe him. He often wore similar shades to what I'm wearing to kind of disguise where he's looking, who he's looking at. Just because of the line of work, he needs to be both hyper vigilant, but also keep his, enemies or pursuers second guessing as well. Often he is dressed with pretty casual clothing, fatigue shorts, black boots, and a nice little like turtleneck sweater.
Mm-hmm. And so now that's what we see as the camera pans across neon-soaked streets of New San Francisco. We zoom in on a deserted alleyway where you, Victor, find yourself walking alone. The city's pulse fades in the background, replaced by that eerie silence that envelops you. It's too quiet in this alleyway for the city. And you're on edge.
Oh yes. His paranoia is definitely something that's always been with him, always looking over his shoulder. We see as he's kind of walking through this alley a couple glances backwards, then directly ahead, just keeping his wits about him.
Now, the weight of a successful job for massive advantage, heavy on your shoulders, and the promise of a bright future, momentarily lighting up your thoughts like the lights above. But as you turn a corner, the ambiance shifts once again. The alley narrows and the air feels charged with ominous energy. You can hear the humming of the technology around you, almost imperceptible at first, and it starts to grow louder. And I'm gonna need you to roll for me.
Oh.
A type of perception roll.
All right. So I think.
And you can't. I'll let you know. You don't have any of the tags that you have now are related to your augmentations.
Okay.
So you can only choose what would make sense of what would be on your person now.
So I think the hypervigilance is probably the only one that's applicable.
Okay.
So
this will be a quick outcome. Okay.
Hopefully. 2d6 plus 1. So that would be an 8.
2d6 plus 1 is 7. Or it shows 7 on the...
I rolled a
7.
Yep.
Yes.
So that'd be an 8.
Anyway, mixed success either way. So you notice that shadows are coming out of the darkness and they're starting to merge.
I think at first, he is already on edge, and as he starts hearing the hum of the technology, he kind of hones in. Seeing the shadows, he reaches to his side where he has a standard issue, like heavy caliber pistol.
As soon as you reach for it, you see 8 figures all erupt from the darkness of the alley. They grab your arms, they grab your legs. Faces are hidden, though, in this dim lighting. They advance with a type of predatory grace, and it's too quick for you to perceive right now.
Okay.
To try to react. In one moment you're standing, and in the next, you're pulled to the ground, and you feel an immense searing pain as they're pulling skin from bone. Arms are torn.
And he lets out a yell.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Let me go! Unhand me!
You start to see the skin is stretching as it's pulling and tearing off from your body.
I think he tries to struggle, using the weight of his body, but I assume there's too many.
Yeah. There
Um,
is, yes.
over through overwhelming, them kind of pulling, and do they respond as he shouts out at all?
They don't respond. No.
Alright.
As your shouting is getting too loud, according to them, one of them has a large, blunt object and strikes you at your temple.
Mm. With enough force to knock him out, I would assume.
Enough force, enough force to knock you out, even though you're still a big guy.
Mhm.
But just the fact that your body's being torn apart is enough
Oh, yeah.
to just put you into shock. Your body's going into shock at the moment as you're starting to bleed out in the alleyway. Your consciousness is starting to wane. The figures move around you in a blur, and it happens very quickly. This all happens. You feel like you're walking down the alley. You feel this tingling down your spine. Something's off, and then in the next second, your body's being ripped apart. They hit you hard enough to think that they're going to knock you out, and then the figures are gone.
And then I'm just left to bleed out in the alley.
You're left to bleed out, but soon enough, you're vaguely aware of being carried. There's voices around you that are fading in and out. You're trying to focus, trying to identify your rescuer, but the effort is futile. It's really hard to, words slip away. Again, you're coming in and out of consciousness as your body's trying. Like you can feel your heartbeat slowing further as you kind of know death is imminent.
I think in his mind, he's definitely trying to hang on, but he sees the visions of how he got here, traveling across the boat, leaving his family behind, leaving his loved ones behind, and making a new life in this place in one of the more unsavory manners, protecting people that maybe shouldn't be protected. And in his mind, I think he's thinking, this is right. He probably deserves what's happening to him in this moment.
Now, camera fades to black, only to slowly refocus on a dimly lit kind of makeshift shelter. And you awaken to the sight of an unknown man with a concerned look on his face. His words are a jumbled mix of concern and incoherence, drifting. It's very disjointed what he's talking about. You're not, and plus your mind's just kind of all over the place as well. You're really disoriented at the moment. You're trying to make sense of this stranger's presence as he tends to your wounds and kind of cauterizes the stubs that are your legs and arms as well.
So as he's shaking his head and realizing like he is missing pieces of himself,
yes,
there's just that re-engagement of shock. The immediate sweat starts to form on his brow. What happened to me?
You hear this kind like an old man's voice. He's oh hey there, you're finally awake. You've been mumbling about gears and shadows you have. You ever dance with the clockwork butterfly in the moonlight? And he sounds like a mad scientist down in the dumps of wherever you are.
I think you see him squint.
Yeah. Man, he's like he's helping you out, but he's not really listening to you. Kind of in his own head. He says, hey, did you know the rats around here? They've got secrets, whispering little creatures.
Why do you keep talking about rats? Look at what's been done to me.
Oh, and my neighbor, that sneaky fella thinks I don't know he's been eyeing my can collection. Precious cans, but all the stories they could tell if they weren't so busy being rats.
I think he goes to reach out and like try to grab the guy by his collar, but realizes like he has no hands.
Yeah. You rest now. Got a whole world of whispers to sort through when you're back on your feet. Just remember, not all that glitters in the sewer is gold.
I think he just falls backwards and takes a deep breath.
Oh, sometimes it's just a reflection of someone else's lost dreams. Or a shiny wrapper. Yes, that too. And he's like getting back to you, and he's like working with you on your arms and stuff. And yeah, go ahead.
I think he's definitely confused.
Yes.
Thoughts swirling in his mind where he is, what's happened, how is he alive, all of the above. But I think he knows that he can't do anything. He can't move. He doesn't know how to function. So he just kind of relegates himself to laying there and muttering to himself about is this hell? Not being able to move, not being able to act, not being able to get answers. Is this the end?
And as we transition away from that, you find yourself at your place of living, wherever you stay, and you've just woken up covered in sweat. You look outside. It's about 10 a.m. It's morning time. You hear the rain outside, the busyness of the outdoors.
He takes another deep breath, much like he did before he laid down, and looks down at his steel arms now.
Mm-hmm.
The flashbacks of the dream kind of giving him cold sweats, as you had mentioned. He stands up and heads to the fridge for a beer. Better start early.
Okay. Good old morning beer, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Now, you do know that you have to meet up with everyone. You had that message from Francine Solid, but Talos has the full message, of course.
So I think he gets the beer, pops the top, chugs it down, and then puts on a large coat, kind of fitting over his now metallic kind of midsection that has a slight glow to it,
Yeah.
and heads out to the door.
Okay. Who are you going to first? Like, where are you heading? You going to
So
Chippy's or what do you call it? Chippy's Diner. Yeah.
is that our centralized meeting place? I assume that's
Yeah.
kind of where we. Okay, that's where he would head. If they're not scheduled to be there, I think he would just take the time to kind of wander until they do get there.
Okay. So for Riker, Akira, Talos, James, where are you all right now? You know, there's the upcoming job.
I mean, I'm gonna say Riker is passed out in Akira's lab right now,
Okay.
specifically because he's like a stimulant addict, so he doesn't go to sleep very often. And eventually, Akira is gonna get annoyed enough to just trank him so that he will sleep because she knows he needs it. So he'll probably be unconscious on some random workbench.
Okay. And is Akira like poking and prodding his body while he's
Kira's already done that a couple of times. At this
Okay.
rate, she probably has a chip in the back of his neck to give him the tranquilizer.
Yeah.
It's kind of like microdosing him, and she's just like, nap time.
Uh,
And Akira herself is probably working on some robotic body part in front of her with Beef nearby, who just has, just an animatronic look to him and keeping watch over the lab.
Okay. And Beef doesn't need to sleep or eat, right? Because he's fully cybernetic.
No, he's fully cybernetic.
Okay. And what about Tames? I mixed Talos and James together. What about Talos?
Strongest of fusions.
I would say Talos is extricating himself from a bunch of wires connected to his VR headset in like his shoebox of an apartment, and is like, shit, I'm late.
Yeah.
I'm just definitely imagining James. He's just come out of the shower. He's in his bathrobe. He's just dancing to some classical music. He's got a lovely breakfast. Oh, what a splendid day!
What kind? Did you say bathrobe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it silk? What is it?
Yeah. What does it look like?
Is it silk?
it's got dragons on it.
Yeah, silk,
Embroidered.
Like, it's got to be at least like green or yellow or something.
Oh yeah.
It's got his name on it, and he's just having a grand old time. It's his breakfast. He's just loving life.
Now, it's tutorial time, so I'll start off with the first one. called Welcome to Otherscape, punks. And it says to read this in a gruff, slightly ticked off voice. I'm trying to, a gruff, slightly ticked off?
Well, if we offend
How do I
you,
sound that?
then-
How do I sound it?
Have you ever seen Full Metal Jacket? Go with Gunny.
I haven't seen it. Now listen, punks. As you already know, role-playing is the best hobby in the world. It's about getting together to create a thrilling story about the lives and adventures of some crazy-ass weirdos. Your characters. And about their hardships and triumphs. I'll be your master of ceremonies in this game, describing the world and the threats around you, while each of you players will take the role of a player character. Together, you make a crew. Now, this role-playing game is set in the universe of Otherscape, a dystopian near future where myths and legends have begun to grant incredible powers to mortals through ancient relics, places of power, rituals, and avatars, all known collectively as sources. Now, humans, being the greedy bastards they are, have already defiled the planet. I think we've already done that.
My family might be partly responsible.
Definitely. Exploited each other's bodies and souls in a capitalist hellscape of international corporations, corrupt governments, and vile crime syndicates, and broken any semblance of morality in their race for superiority through technology. So, what are they going to do when they start hearing about a new source of power? You guessed it. They rush to grab and exploit it too. Not everyone knows about these sources yet. The noise, the sheer overload of stimulation produced by humanity's state of existence, unending cyberspace, relentless media, constantly evolving drugs and augmentations, and the ever-increasing pace of living makes it hard to know or believe that anything is true. As one of the few who are clued into this new market of mythic sources, this is your chance to move up, ice your competition, and get what you want. You're caught in this magical arms race, whether you're a merciless hired gun, a firebrand freedom fighter, a rising occult practitioner, a suave corporate operative, or a tough street urchin. So, end of tutorial. You all know about Francine Solid? Talos has the info. So Talos, what do you want to do?
Talos, as he's kind of rushing, putting on his jacket, he'll pull up multiple screens and pull up that message and quickly run through it in order to kind of present it to everybody.
Do you guys?
Well, it's beef. Beef is going to be here.
Where's beef?
Are you gonna like contact them through like some I don't know, technological means?
I guess I would just start calling people, seeing if they pick up, with pulling up my contacts and just tapping everybody to give them a quick call.
Akira, you get a call from Talos.
She kind of takes a minute. She hears vibrating because she never has her ringtone on. And she's shuffling around and you hear like just metal parts drop onto the floor. She's like, shit.
Am I calling it a bad time? I can call back.
No, it's fine. That was somebody's kidney. What's up?
What? Is it
So I was just calling to see if you're heading down to Chippy's. We've got that message from Francine for the new job.
Oh shit, that was today. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I shouldn't have. Okay, Riker's asleep, and I'm gonna have to wake him up. All right.
It's not his kidney, is it?
No, I guys need to stop telling me this. I don't need his kidney for this. And she's gonna pull out a syringe. She's like, do you want me to wake him up now, or do you want me to wake him up later?
I mean, now would be preferable.
All right. Well, we'll see you at the diner. You want me to bring beef? Beef's coming.
Yeah, I'll see you there.
And she hangs up the phone. She goes over to Riker and just jabs him with one of the stimulant needles.
What?
What the fuck?
Wakey, wakey.
Oh, yeah.
I know I promised you 10 hours, and it's only been like 4. But
Did you
apparently
fucking give me the
won't
horse
get it.
shit again? Jesus Christ.
It's in the back of your
Why is
neck.
it so
Don't be so
bright? Why is
picky.
it so bright? Why is it so bright?
Do you want me to turn down the lights? I'll turn down the lights.
No. I need to suffer. It'll wake me up faster. Just give me a second.
All right, we gotta go.
Oh, where are we going?
We gotta go to the diner. There was that chick Francine. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Holy shit, that's good. Yeah, let's go.
Uh-oh.
All right, can you grab that eyeball right next to you?
I'll grab whatever you want. Let's fucking go.
All right, it's fine.
He's full of. I feel like he should have the status full of adrenaline 3. Just
Ready to go.
Oh, dude.
God,
He doesn't hear his heartbeat. He just hears like a bass line in the background. Now realizes
It's the guitar riff from Through the Fire and Flames. Just...
Don't fall asleep in my lab.
You knocked me out here. Just because I was using the laser pointer to fuck with beef.
Stop fucking with my dog, and maybe you won't need to get tranked.
You know what? Let's go.
James, you get a call from Talos as well.
Yeah. Just immediately it pans to me. What kind of jackass calls at this time in the morning?
Oh God!
Yeah,
Oh God!
Oh, forgot.
God, he was Southern.
Let's
He's Southern.
quickly, James, explain.
Yes.
Yeah, explain the who.
The
we're
James
talking like
McCoy is the main man himself,
Yes.
moi, as it were. He talks as I do, English, anglais. He has a sentient walkie-talkie, magic in nature, who picked up a southern accent because I left him in the south by mistake for 2 years.
By mistake, yeah.
It learns. It's like a parrot. And
so-
he's an asshole.
Okay, and so when you do your best southern accent, it's the walkie-talkie.
It's Junior, as it were.
It's Junior, right? Okay, because the
So, yeah.
walkie-talkie is James Jr.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, who is this jackass? Who calls this early in the morning? What a jackass!
Oh God! It can use the phone too.
It's
Junior, this might be business related. I need to hear this. Oh, Talos, splendid.
Oh,
Chip
thank God.
Chap, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing pretty good. I was calling to see if you were heading down to Chippy's. We have that job from Francine.
Yeah, it's splendid. Is that Talos?
God, it knows my name.
Shit, Junior. It's fine. We'll be down soonish.
Both of you? You could just leave it. Like, I mean, it'd be fine to just stay home.
I'm more scared of him than I am of you, so he's coming with me.
Oh my God.
I'll be there in 10 minutes. Yeah.
Tell us I'll just have a moment of panic before then clicking the button for Victor.
Yeah, Victor, you get a call from Talos as well.
It takes a few rings as he's kind of walking through the streets, just kind of watching things, but he eventually peeks up.
Hey, big man. We've got the job at Chippy's.
Okay, little man.
Alrighty. Well,
I will beat Chippies. Is beef coming?
Yes, I believe so.
Good.
Oh.
And then he just hangs up.
Everybody, you head out into the day. It's raining, of course. It's another rainy day in NSF or New San Francisco. And soon enough, you guys find yourself back at Chippy's Diner. Everybody's walking in one by one. Victor, you get there first. So I would imagine it's Victor, and then it's Talos, and then Akira Ryder. And James, you come in last.
Yeah, I was finishing my breakfast, No, most important meal of the day. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Do you guys sitting at your usual table?
Yeah.
A big round booth.
Yeah.
In the corner.
As you guys make your way to your table, please, let's take a moment to describe what our characters look like. So let's start with you, Talos.
Okay. Talos is very pale, kind of gaunt, has kind of a poof of hair on top, but on the sides is just metallic plating.
Yeah.
Where like various wires kind of run down into his leather jacket and they feed out through his sleeve into what looks like a big data tablet with some styluses that he'll fiddle with. Under his left eye is kind of just like this scar from the first time he tried to use a firearm. Hasn't touched one since.
Did you point the gun at your face?
He tried to look down the iron sights, but was really close with it because you have to be careful.
Okay. Okay.
And yeah, just that leather jacket and jeans, and kind of just looks distracted for the most part as he's.
Okay. And James.
Yes, James, a dapper gentleman with a lovely sort of yellow, extravagant, almost like goldy tinged suit. Looks like a prig, basically. Stetson, like the double belt. He is dressed to get the attention of the room, whether that be good or bad. And with a little dinky walkie-talkie in his hands.
There he goes.
He's dressed like the walkie-talkie sounds.
Oh god!
It bullied him into best.
That is great. Oh yeah, this guy looks amazing. Double belt.
Double belt.
All
Listen,
day.
I would never not be hanging out with him.
And he is the coolest person in the room, any room.
Now, what about Riker?
So for Riker, you see as he's striding in, obviously hopped up on something just because of the way that his eyes are nice and wide and looking around rapidly. He's a tall person, very, very wiry. So you can kind of get the sense that he's built more for speed and twitch fast responses rather than strength. Whereas regular, pretty tattered, beat up black jeans, heavy combat boots. There's a white tank top underneath his green cloak. The cloak itself, it moves more than it should. Like it's not just reacting to air currents, but it's like shifting around on him as he's walking.
Oh yeah.
And then he's got a really thick shock of white hair, kind of buzzed on the sides. He's got small nodes that seem to be implanted. Like at least he's got one on his temple, he's got one on his wrist, he's got one on his hip. There's other ones he can't see, but they're specifically built for him. And then his eyes also have this weird kind of golden glow around rings around the centers of them. Just they're enhanced in some way. So.
Okay. And what's his job within the crew, or what's his role?
For Riker?
Yeah.
He's generally their infiltrator. He's hopped up, but he generally is good at sneaking into places and getting out if necessary, and also causing massive distractions considering his attitude for how he likes to deal with things. He can get in, cause a problem, gives everybody else the freedom to act in ways that they can.
Right. And just to go back real quick, Talos is the hacker, right? And then James McCoy is the speaker, the face of the group. Obviously, we all saw him. That guy's the face. What does Victor look like now? Like fully explain after now that he has all the augments.
With the augmentations, so he wears still that similar tight turtleneck sweater that he had in the preview, but now the sleeves have been rolled all the way up to reveal just cast iron, steel, and metallic knuckles, and they look like gauntlets, but they're very primitive in the ways of technology, but that's how he kind of likes it. On his chest, there's now a glowing sphere that sits in his abdomen, and there are two plates above it that kind of look like a bulletproof vest. And currently with the rain, he is wearing like a longer trench coat to kind of encase that bulletproof looking vest. And then he has like a military fatigues with combat boots on, and of course his aviators and short black hair that is uniquely stylized. Like you would think he'd be unkempt and uncaring, but his hair looks like he takes care of himself a little bit, like a nice comb, a little bit of gel in it.
Yeah, he cares. He cares. And Victor, what role is he?
He is the tank, the protector, the person taking all the damage, and hopefully saving his people.
Okay. And last but not least, Akira. Explain what she looks like.
Akira walks in, and she's a woman of shorter build. She's in her 30s. You notice immediately that she's wearing she's a doctor, or claims to be a doctor if you don't know her, because she's wearing a white lab coat with a blue shirt underneath and is carrying a backpack, probably full of the robotic body parts that she told Riker to throw at her. Her hair is long, dark brown, and she wears a pair of round glasses. And as she scans the diner, you'll notice that her left eye has been replaced and is chrome silver. And every now and then, if you look just at the right moment, it flashes red briefly and then goes back. And then right beside her, as she walks in, is a cybernetic dog, completely robotic. If you know Akira, you know it's Beef. B with 2 3s and F, and they are never seen without each other. Wherever Beef is, you will find Akira.
Beef also has 2 tails.
Beef
Just
also
so
has
everybody
2
knows.
tails. It was a medical emergency.
Okay.
Redundant tail for Victor's convenience.
We're done.
And I think while watching everyone walk in, Victor is pretty stoic until Beef comes through the door, and then you can see this like little smile like perk up on his lips.
Oh.
No, they hang out with you for beef.
Now, there is the job briefing for all of you. This is, I'm unsure of how to, read this out to you, so I will. Do I have to do that gruff voice again?
Oh yeah,
It says,
You do whatever you want.
okay. It says, good morning, etc., etc. Are you ready to make some money?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Okay, good. Out there in the sludge zone, that filthy waterfront is an old prison complex, now abandoned, half sunken in the muck. Recently, the owner, Threadwell Organization, has been doing something over there, some secret operation, bringing in prisoners taken from their other facilities, and these prisoners never return. One of them is worth a lot of money, though. So, your client, the law firm Zaros and Partners, wants you to infiltrate and retrieve a prisoner named Carl Nazarick, nicknamed the Gem Cutter. Now, Francine Solid is your fixer contact. She'll be waiting for you with further instructions at the sludge zone itself. So you better bring a coat. I hear the acid rain can melt your skin off. Have fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, Victor doesn't need to worry then.
Is Victor the only one with a coat? You guys are unprepared.
I
I
have
think
a
good about the metal.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, I was referring to the lack of skin.
Yeah, it was already ripped off by those shadows.
Can't believe you got jumped by the shadows. It feels better.
Sounds about right.
Rookie move.
People are afraid of the dark.
Oh, so
I think I might have
we'll
done
need
that
some
before.
coats. Oh, chaps, let's go shopping. Wouldn't that
No.
be fun?
No, absolutely fucking not. No.
For fashion.
Listen, I can't be drawing attention like you do. We're not gonna be. I'm not buying a new coat. I'm good. I got this. We're good. Like, look, I'm good. See.
Deplorable. Anyway, I'll sort the rest of you out.
Oh, God.
I'll
Can I just have your card? I'll just take your card.
She's totally trustworthy.
Endorsement. It's fine.
I am mentoring you, so fine. You can have the card. Just don't spend too much.
Don't
Well, too much is relative.
Like, what's too much in your eyes?
Yeah.
Any medical expenses is fine. Anything other than that, you get. I was gonna say £10. I'll go $10.
Okay, I need a
$10 to spend.
All right,
I need
I
an
have a
emotional
medical
support
expense.
extra and adrenaline pump implant.
Is that what you're going to add to your loadout?
Yeah, emotional support, adrenaline pump implant.
It's going to be like a week from now, and I'm going to have like a phone call from like my dad, and he's going to be like, "Why did you spend $10,000 on eyeballs?" And I'm just going to be like, "For fuck's sake!"
So I could see, Dad. Duh.
Yeah, just in case. Like,
They were, to be fair, they were a mix of human and cybernetic eyeballs. You know, they had to be. The human ones were a little bit more expensive, but it's okay.
they got that.
It was worth it.
It's all part of the set.
I think Victor is kind of taking in the information and listening to James discuss things with Riker. And then he'll look over towards Riker. Do you know anything about this organization that our little prisoner might be against or being held by?
MC, would I know anything about this?
The Threadwell organization?
Mm-hmm.
Probably not.
Yeah. I mean, wish I could say that I do, but not really, man. There's a lot of them that pop up overnight and they, disappear just as quickly. This isn't one that I've heard about anytime soon.
Well, let's hope that we can make them disappear pretty quickly.
Yeah. Well, you and I together we can. And keep the rest of them safe.
He nods and offers a little fist bump across the table, just a tight knuckle.
Yeah, he'll use the gauntleted hand to do it just to make sure.
Smart.
Okay. I was gonna have you roll to not break your fingers.
for a light fist bump. Yeah, I'm not that fragile, guys. This glass bones.
Are you guys ready to head over there?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Oh God, I gotta do the gruff voice again. I don't. The wind howls under a bleak sky, and you.
There you go. You're right in there. Stay in that pocket, right there.
The wind howls under a bleak sky, and you almost fall. Let me transfer you guys over here.
Oh shit.
This is where you all are.
That's cool.
The climb to the top of the old shipyard crane is difficult and not for the faint of heart. This fixer chooses the strangest places to meet. Be careful not to fall as it's still raining. It's quite slippery, but she wants to meet at the top of this crane. At one point, this whole area was part of the infrastructure for the docks, but that was long ago. Now these 10 or 20 square miles are silted in and unused. Ever since the floods, it's just the sludge zone. The giant crane perches above it all with an eagle's eye view of the surrounding sludge zone and the dark waters of the narrow bay beyond. A broken bridge jets out into the waves toward a derelict island beyond. And this is the midden pile left behind the mega city. And few would come here except on serious business. So, quick question. As you guys are all climbing upstairs, one after the other. What are your thoughts as you're climbing up to go to this crane to meet this Francine Solid?
Well, not mine, but Junior would have screamed, "Goddamn, couldn't this bitch pick anywhere easier to get to?"
Okay. My God.
Did Victor carry beef up?
I'm down. He just slings him over the shoulder like a puppy, and just trotting.
Like a puppy.
Yeah.
He is a dog.
He was a dog.
You know what? I imagine it's like one of those little baby swaddle things they have. But it's like a specially crafted one to hold fucking
I bought
beef.
this for beef last time. This is good time to use it. And he just straps on the little carrier for him.
So with beef strapped to your back, you're making your way up these stairs. What's everybody else thinking about?
I guess
would have known I had to do fucking cardio. I would have done a lot more fucking preparation.
I wonder why he's called the gem cutter. I mean, maybe he deals in rare items.
That's what you're thinking as you're climbing up?
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking of the dollar.
The only one focused on the job.
Somebody's
just
got it.
waiting.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Kira's just taking account of all the things that she probably has in her bag and then looking at the metal as she's going by, and she's like, I could use this. And
This
she
is
looks at Riker and she's like, I could use this against him.
No. Just gonna look over. No. I can feel you staring at me. No. No. I don't need industrial strength tendons or whatever the fuck you're concocting in your head.
Those are rusted. Those are rusted as well when you're climbing.
I wonder how much it would take to buy the sludge zone.
Oh my gosh.
Oh dear.
The answer is that's it.
And only Talos is thinking about the job. Victor is thinking about beef. And only Talos is thinking about the job.
Oh dear.
Well, eventually you all make it up to the top. Slippery as it is, you see Francine Solid, professional fixer. She stands at the top of the crane like a goddess watching the ground below, arms sitting on her hips. She stands impassively as you climb, watching and assessing the visitors to her steel Olympus. As you reach the top, a windbreak creates a small haven from the rushing winds and the rain, so you're in a sort of cover. A fist-sized drone detaches from her arm and flies towards all of you and scans you.
Victor just stands stoically.
Good morning, Francine. A lovely day. How are you today?
She just nods in approval as your identities are confirmed finally. She says, oh god, I have to do like a smoker voice.
Just lower the register. You don't gotta make it
Come
right.
on, Simpson.
Just use your Miles voice. It's fine.
Good, you made it. Her voice
That's
is hoarse.
perfect.
You can smell the chemicals on her breath.
God.
She's like, I don't hire cowards for my contracts. I've got a reputation to keep.
Well, I'm glad you brought him soon. Look forward to it. But the scanning, really? I mean, who else could I
Can't,
dress?
true, but you can't be too careful. She pulls out a cigarette.
Riker's like, can I get one of those? Actually,
Yeah, she hands you one.
Riker, don't take that. It doesn't mix well with what I gave you this morning.
Oh dear.
fuck.
What
It's
do you what do you do with it?
new.
What do you do with it?
He's just like holding because he doesn't know what to do because he's trying to figure out if she's fucking with him or not.
Look, okay, give it back to me. Those cost a lot of money.
Shit. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, listen. I've got a contract with Calican Sorrows and Partners to find an associate of theirs, Carl Mazarik. She takes a... He's a con who's evacuated along with several hundred others out of that hellhole when the water came. She points out towards the bay. You see that derelict island out in the waves. Skyron Correctional Complex. But now the company that owns it, Threadwell, has moved back in, and they seem to have brought Masaryk with them alongside some other inmates. It's all strange. Officially, the place is still closed, so whatever they're doing is probably being backed up by some armed corporate guards. This also creates an opportunity to break Masaryk out, which is what K&P are willing to pay for. Apparently, he's a genius when it comes to synthetic gems. They call him the gem cutter. Or at least they would if you managed to get him out of there in one piece. Otherwise, you know him as a corpse that costs us a lot of money. She takes another drag. Questions?
Just
Yeah,
get in, get a prisoner. That seems easy enough.
So we do the classic, we break into a prison instead of out.
Yeah, well, don't underestimate this organization. It's a worldwide contractor for the provision of government services. They're quite big. They're in the sectors of health. They're in incarceration. They're in immigration administration. Okay, Don't underestimate him.
At that point, you'll see Riker reach behind him, and he'll like tap something on his back, and he'll pull out, and it just materializes like a bunch of little nanites formed together. It's a big, long fucking sniper rifle with an over-the-top scope on it. And he's gonna take it. He's gonna point it at the prison.
Yeah.
Just start looking at it. It's like, question: are there any rules on collateral damage or not?
Good question.
Just get Carl out, and that's it. Alive.
One piece, you said, right? Oh, alive.
Yes.
Just alive.
Alive. One piece.
Okay.
We have Akira. Many pieces will do.
We can stitch him
I
back
can put him
together.
back.
Well, by we, I mean she. Yeah.
We can
I can put him back.
rebuild him.
Are you saying this out loud in front of her?
$1 million.
I jest.
Okay.
No,
Francine, please, when have we ever let you down?
Big jest, but he's not lying. She can't put him back together.
Okay. This is why I hired you.
So
Now-
the corporation is very powerful.
Yeah, and especially, the government pays them, and they do everything. They train admin staff. They provide security. They build facilities.
This is not worry. My concern is should increase pay, right?
What are you trying to say?
You trying to say how much do we get paid for this damn job?
What the hell was that? What was that?
Junior, please. Sorry, it's my my contact. He's a how do you say? He's our man in the chair, figuratively.
Okay. We'll keep him in his place. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a rowdy sort. But he does raise a good point, if not rudely raised. How much are we getting paid for this job?
You're getting paid the usual rate, and also on top of that, KMP can provide both legal and illegal perks if the job is done right.
Ooh.
But
Just
then,
one perk off the top of your head.
Legal leverage.
Oh, that's not. If it's fine. I'm here for the fun of it.
You could pay for it.
Use
But...
those blood bags.
Also,
my question.
If you do well, you have a favor. You have one favor from Francine Solid. I know all the big players in the city.
And that is worth something.
So does it still have the standard issue, like perks at least, where we do this and then all of our evidence of our involvement is erased? Not for nothing. We do a job, we get paid. That's great. But if we got a government entity coming down on our fucking heads every other day after this, it's not going to really be worth it.
Listen, KMP will do their best, but try to go in stealth-like, yeah? Be smart about your job.
Speaking of stealth, did they maintain the prison's original systems? Or did they overhaul everything once Threadwall came in?
It seems that they kept it.
Okay.
So
Is this prisoner hostile?
He shouldn't be. He's just a gem cutter.
I like that word.
He works in synthetic gems. That's all he does.
He's probably 4 feet tall.
Why is he in prison then? You know?
I'm not sure why he's in prison, no. I just know that we need to get him out.
Is he a big guy?
Right.
How tall? Weight? Eye color?
We need to know what he looks like if we got to find him.
Do you have a photo ID?
Now, I don't know what he looks like, but there's people in the docks nearby who know about him. Apparently, one of his old friends is down there. So you go get more information, you load up, and then you head out.
Sounds simple enough.
At that point, Riker's going to swing the sniper rifle and start looking at the docks just to see if there's anything that might be suspicious or like a trap waiting for them.
If you're looking at the docks, you just see a lot of people, a lot of merchants. People are talking to each other, buying, selling, walking. It looks pretty
obviously.
Normal. Yeah, it looks pretty normal from where you're standing.
I'll make my way down to the docks then, chaps. Unless anyone has any better ideas.
Nope, but I ain't climbing down the fucking stairs again.
Did we bring repel kit?
The hell on the knees.
Nah, I got this. I got this. And you see Riker just steps forward and jumps off and then turns to smoke.
Oh, okay.
I forget.
Francine nods, impressed. Okay.
I just start walking down the stairs, but then all of a sudden I just start walking like 5 times faster. But not like super speed, like if you just kind of like sped up the frame rate of something.
Yeah. Trying to get down there before the smoke.
Is anybody still up here with Francine?
Akira is.
Oh, okay. Everybody
Yeah,
just went left.
She just sighed, and then she was just making sure that Victor got down with beef. She was like, just making sure.
Oh dear.
Now the gem cutter, his old cellmate, he's down there somewhere. He's going by another name. He calls himself Saint Beatty.
Excuse me?
You heard me.
You're not there. He's not there.
Yeah. You all left. That's what I was asking. She says that that would be a good lead to start with.
Say, is he a religious figure, or does he just call himself that?
I don't know any more details.
You just don't know anything at this rate. Can't give me like height descriptions, weight descriptions,
medical history, nothing.
You got any mugshots?
First pet.
Social security number?
I encourage you to run some searches and hit some contacts to dig up more information about Skyrun, about Beatty.
Make some moves.
Yeah. I have some faith in you, Good luck.
That's what hackers for.
All right. And when smoking eventually kills you and you need a lung transplant, you know who to call. And then she goes down.
She puffs in, blows it out into your face. Okay.
Enjoy.
I'm imagining her just like she's got a cigarette, but she could just drag the whole thing in one puff every time.
It's a Virginia Slim.
That's why they're so expensive. They're horse shit, long, skinny cigarettes.
She's been puffing on the same one for 20 minutes.
Lung cancer's going fast.
Listen, you don't think she has a new lung? It's $20.99. She's not using organic lungs.
Her lungs are actually steam powered. It's the smoking that.
Her lungs are powered by the cigarettes.
Hey, you can never assume what somebody's lungs are. Don't assume if they're cybernetic or not. It could be a better opportunity to put something else in there.
Okay.
No, she's a fleshy.
Now, you guys make your way out. You go to the docks, colloquially known as the Dead Docks, because they're right next to the sludge zone. Everything was ruined there, so that's why they're called that. But before we move on, I want to know, what do you guys plan on doing once you head into the docks?
I would Talos would kind of log into cyberspace and see if he could ping anybody who's sold any counterfeit gems. And see if we can trace it back. Like he obviously gave out fake gems. Somebody had to have sold it and got caught. So he'd be just cross-checking that.
Okay. What about everybody else?
I'd be manually looking, but just asking around to the people like, "Hey, do you know this man?"
Which man? Who are you looking for?
What was his name? Mark. No, Mark. Carl Mazarek? Was that his name?
Carl Mazarek. I can type it in here for you. Mazarek, aka the Gem Cutter.
Yeah.
I think Victor is kind of positioning himself in a good distance from the group, but being able to keep a watchful eye on everybody just in case, something suspicious happens. He's just kind of remaining as a lookout. He definitely lets Beef down to follow Akira wherever she goes.
Okay.
But he's being vigilant.
Unstrapped Beef. Okay. Riker, Akira.
Riker's gonna be walking around and down through the docks, but he's gonna be basically trying to assess any kind of security weaknesses or points of entry that he can make into the prison as stealthily as possible. So he's talking to people just to keep up the illusion that he's not walking around looking weird, but he's actively searching for ways to get inside.
Okay. So as Akira?
Yeah, Akira would just not be talking and following Riker. Just with Eve and just making sure that if anything like shiny shines to her, she's
Okay.
probably gonna investigate it.
Now as you guys what were you saying?
I was gonna say she's not really interested in the people. She's interested in shiny objects.
Okay. So, as you guys will be making moves soon, it's tutorial time. So, playing tutorial time. As you're as you're playing, this is the playing a scene. The game is played in scenes. Each scene begins by describing where your PCs currently are and setting up what are the things you want to achieve here. You know, the stakes. So whether it's to obtain a source, talk to an informer, or just survive. So in each scene, we'll repeat these 3 phases. I, the MC, will establish the scene by describing it to you, calling the stakes, and highlighting the challenges you face, such as opponents, obstacles, or hazards. Sometimes I'll make active threats, telling you what these challenges are about to do to harm you or endanger your agenda. I will end by giving the spotlight to one of you and ask, what do you do? The player who received the spotlight will take action, narrating what their character is doing. When you narrate an action that is both dramatic and with an uncertain outcome, I will ask you to make a roll to determine a quick outcome based on the result. If we need to know more precisely what effect your roll had, I'll ask you to choose effects for your action. And this is called a tracked outcome. We'll dive into these roles and effects the first time one of you takes action. Finally, if you ignore my threats for too long or if your actions call for it, I will deliver consequences, either as story complications or as negative effects. If your PC can try to avoid these effects, I will ask you to take a reactive role to mitigate them. Mitigate role. So after these consequences, we repeat this sequence. I reestablish a scene. Another one of you takes actions. I deliver consequences. And through the cycle, our story will unfold until the scene is resolved and we move on to the next one. End of tutorial mode.
Tight.
So, while it's probably technically still owned by some company, the ruined shipyard pier known as the Dead Dock hasn't been visited by any authorities for more than a decade. It's been a community of the rejected, one of many, many places in New San Francisco where the have-nots gather, steal some power and net access, and set up a trading post in some hovels. You see several ancient vessels are still moored to the docks. They won't sail ever again, but the lights and fresh graffiti show that they see active use as a shelter of some sort. And under the immense tin roof that shields most of this cavernous hall from the acid rainfall, those who have been pushed out of normal life have created a life of their own here. And so they welcome people like you here. They might have something to sell or something to say, seeing as they're sitting on the edge of the sludge zone. And this seems to be the natural starting point for any job here. Useful information can be heard or bought.
Oh, we can be bought. Splendid.
Of course. There's lots of
I can use money?
Excuse me, sir, I have this stack of fake cash. Do you know the answer?
Exactly. There you go. There's lots of partially legal or black market gear is on offer by various vendors, including weapons. So, I'm going to start with, like Tala said, what's the action that you would like to take?
You tell us.
Oh,
So-
gotcha. Sorry.
I just saw your head like moving side to side. I'm like, did you hear me?
So as Alice is walking down the
He's
stairs,
actually hacking.
getting in the mainframe, throws up multiple screens of different like sellers listings, and he's looking for those 1-star reviews for different necklaces or rings, just to see like, oh, this gem was like was actually glass or not glass, but just that synthetic quality, and then pulling up just a registry of just of just people who have visited the docks or been around there, like seeing like if they like shared pictures and trying hopefully to connect the dots between seller and then The fake gems.
Well, so nobody has bought in fake gems. There's no need to roll for right now because the gem cutter is still incarcerated. He's not. He hasn't sold anything. He's not out in the open.
But we
there's
don't
that.
know what he looks like or anything yet, so maybe getting that information would be helpful.
We do know his name, though.
We do know his name.
Weight, height, build, hair color,
Medical history.
Yeah.
medical
Last,
history,
you
type.
guys wanted like the last word of
music.
his social, and I was like, okay, she doesn't know all that.
Cup size.
I know all
come
that,
on.
bro. The hacking has failed, so we have to do things the more traditional way.
Oh no.
Money.
Yeah, rock up down to the docks, look for someone who looks like they might know what they're talking about, a man of business, and just mosey on up to them, and just if I put up the name again.
Yeah, there's lots of vendors here that look kind of sketchy. They definitely know 1000% that you're not from around here.
Yeah, I think that's true of most places I visit.
Where does he belong? Like, that's where I'm curious.
I don't even belong in a corporate building. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is he wearing? But I suppose I'd look to see if there's anyone selling gems or maybe other precious things, particularly.
I will let you guys know just to help save time. There's no one selling gems in all of the dead dogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll just
Money
look
has
for someone
failed.
Not yet. They may know. I'll mosey on around and just be like, sir, please, do you happen to know Carl Mezerek? It would be ever so helpful as I kind of brush a wad of cash under my nose. Like, it'd be ever so helpful if you knew this man.
First, he's looking at you. What did you say his name was, pal?
Carl Mezerek.
What?
It's European.
Okay. Don't get much of those around here. I mean, no, I never heard of him.
What about he was called the gem cutter in school.
And then you wink at him?
Yeah, like the kind of knowing wink of like, it was called the gem cutter in school.
James, we're looking for a saint too. So if you see any religious figures.
Yeah, but that's probably much easier to find. So.
He doesn't want to go the easy route. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, well, James, we're also looking for a saint. So
fine. Is there anywhere
You're
to
in the
pray around here?
Is there anywhere to pray around here, buddy?
Well, I know one can pray anywhere. Is there like a church, mosque, other religious services are available?
No, what are you talking about? I just sell shirts.
Well, it might have Jesus on them.
They're plain black and white t-shirts.
Okay.
Jesus.
Well, apologies for bothering you. Here's $100.
Oh.
And then I just I go and look for.
Hey, Roger, look at this guy. Whoa.
I shall go and look for a man, standing on an apple crate going, and the Lord said unto the infidels.
You're gonna go to an apple crate?
No, I'm looking for a man. I'm looking for a man preaching. We're looking for a saint, right? Or is he just
I mean, sometimes they're just called saints.
Like I said his name is Saint Beatty. I didn't say he was a saint.
Akira looks at James. She goes, his name is Saint Beatty. He's not an actual saint.
Well, what has he got to say? That's fucking stupid. I hate it.
I asked Francine that, and she said he wasn't a religious guy.
Well, you could have told me this earlier. I fucking take a lot of
you were really just going on about how you wanted to do it the easy way, so.
Right, fine. Let's just try another vendor. Do you know his Saint Beatty?
Another vendor, the man actually next to the guy you gave $100 to, his name's Roger.
Hello.
I sell hats. Can I get $100 too? I heard you just giving out money.
You can get 200 if you can tell me where this Saint Beatty gentleman is.
Okay. You see a flicker of recognition in his eyes.
But mayhaps 300 will tickle your memory.
I'll tell you, the people, the crew, you are all newcomers to the Dead Dock, and the sellers here are reluctant one to give away any of their people. So that's the status that they have on them. Do you want to roll for it?
Sure thing.
Do it.
So
I like how before there's a counter offer, he's like, "What about more money?" Before he's
You have a hard bargain. How about some more?
How about more money?
I need to lighten my wallet. Here's some more.
My wallet
I'll
is
take 200. How about 3? Would you
if
like
I
3?
say smooth talker, loads of money, and I want to say extravagant suit because he knows that this will be real money. He knows that I'm not fucking around. I'm a rich
Okay.
bastard. So
Okay.
for a +3, so
-1.
-1. So it's 2d6. I'm doing this with energy, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 2d6, just flat. So +2 -1, so 11.
No, +3 -1.
Oh, +3 I did 3, didn't I? Thank you. 12 then.
Oh, perfect. This will be a quick outcome. Yeah, I know Saint. His real name is Basil, though.
Basil.
Basil Dazzle?
Like Basil Fawlty.
Oh God.
$300 though.
$300. Here's an extra 50 for being so helpful and compliant.
Whoa! Hey, Jackie, this guy's made of money. Yeah, good luck in the Dead Docks. Stay safe. Without that cash on you.
Yeah,
What?
You just paid to confirm that this guy exists. That's all.
You're making it sound like
You know
you're
him?
so
Yeah,
hostile
hey,
down
hey.
here. Oh dear.
I will say that the status in this all Dead Docks is still reluctant one. But yeah, he says his name is Basil, but I guess he goes by the name Saint Beatty. He owns the boxing club.
Boxing, splendid.
Yeah.
Victor, you can blow some steam.
Victor's off in the distance, kind of scanning, watching everybody. So I don't think he's here, but he hears you in spirit.
Yeah. It's fine.
You all have, like,
It's junior context. You said you want to beat the ass of some guy.
Whoa. What
That
is
I
that?
feel like echoes through crowds.
Yeah. Oh, it's a friend of mine. He's not from around here.
Is that all you wanted to know? Cause I got more information if you got more money.
Oh, I'll give you 50 for something interesting, 100 for something useful. Oh, sorry, I realise I paid quite much. 300 for something interesting, 350 for something useful.
Whoa! Listen, this is all I make in a week. Okay.
What are you making a week? Oh, these poor innocent souls. I can't believe you're so poor down here.
You looking down on us?
James, don't fall for this shit.
No,
Just
I'm
keep going.
looking up. I admire your tenacity. The most backhanded compliment I can give.
Okay, so well, since it sounds like you're giving a compliment. Yeah, there's some, Wait. What kind of information do you want to know? I already gave you Basil.
Oh, what's useful?
And his boxing club.
Well, where is the boxing club? Saves me having to look for it.
It's in the Dead Docks. Well, sorry, you go down. Sorry, yeah,
like, damn, bro.
Yeah, listen. If you just turn around here, you look down, you go down a couple blocks, you make a right, you'll hear fists flying.
Thank you. Here's 350 again, and I start making my way.
Okay.
I sort of lean into my like co pocket. Junior, just let the rest know that you know where to go. Give them any lip, and I'm putting you in a fucking stereo.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what is the rest of you trying to do?
So Riker is still like he's basically walking around the dead docs. He's kind of like perusing or pretending he's perusing at least.
Yeah.
He's gonna try and find a vendor that deals with weapons more than anything else, but he's gonna keep an eye on the actual prison that they need to get into while he's doing this.
Okay.
Basically making small talk, just trying to figure out if there's anything he can suss out, looking for specialty ammo. But after a while of that, he's gonna try and slip away and then find. Is there like a vantage point that he can see where he can see the prison better than anywhere else? 'Cause I know we're under a tin roof, basically, kind of like a bunch of ramshackle stuff, right?
The best place was probably that crane where you met with.
Yeah, but that was far away. I want to see is there anywhere that would suitably allow me this close to see the prison.
Suitably allow you? Yes. There is a kind of, if you go like towards the end of the docks, you're leaving like the dead docks section. You can head out into like a clearing that will help you, spy on that section of the correctional facility. But it is kind of like a lot of it's sunken underneath. There's like one section that you see still kind of jetting out, but for the most part, a lot of it's still underwater.
Yeah. So, in order to do this, basically, like Riker's gonna walk up to James. He's gonna walk him past him. He's like, "I need you to be your usual loud self and just draw a little bit of attention, just so nobody keeps an eye on me." And he's gonna keep walking past him. He's gonna head out that way, but when he does, I want him to use his cloak to turn invisible and then turn to smoke to get himself up on top of that vantage point.
Okay. Sounds good.
You want me to make a distraction, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Junior, do you remember that film Jurassic Park? just have him just emit the loudest roar.
Wait, it's 2099. When did Jurassic Park come out? In the 90s?
1996.
There's 900 of them.
You're
It's like Fast and the Furious.
You're referencing a movie that's over 100 years old.
It's like Fast and the Furious. We're in Jurassic Park, like Return to the Apocalypse. It's like about dinosaurs when they first came to
Jurassic World.
Jurassic World.
It's only 80 years. It's only
80 years ago.
Some Gone with the Wind shit right this time. It's a classic.
Yeah. It's got the cybernetic brontosaurus and everything.
Remember Golden Jurassic Park. Splendid.
Do you want to create an effect for one of your allies?
Yes. Just simply, I guess, distract the crowd. Is this like the tag thing, right? Yeah.
There's a few you can do. There's like official effects. You can bestow, you can create, enhance, restore. This sounds like create or.
If I'm bestowing him a buff, as it were, then it'd be like I'm bestowing him a distraction loot, sort of.
Well,
up to you.
Enhance is like giving yourself or an ally a helpful status.
I'll enhance then. And go do that. So I'll just use all the tags I have for him. The fact that he is a thing, the mimicry, so he can do the dinosaur roar, and then the distracting cry, quite helpfully.
Okay. Well, before you do that, it's tutorial time. When we want to play through a conflict in detail or find out exactly how effective an action was, I'll ask you to choose effects for your action as long as you didn't get a miss. This is called a tracked outcome. So when you choose effects, you spend the power of your action to give or remove statuses and story tags. You can gain new information, or you can perform extra feats. So you may spend one additional power if you rolled a strong hit and choose to take consequences for a greater effect. So, the effects you can choose from when you're acting against an opponent or a target, you can attack, giving them a harmful status. You can disrupt, giving them a hindering status, influence, a compelling status, or weaken, taking away their useful statuses or tags. And you can also do that for the dead docs. Just for everybody, just in general. You know that the dead docs has reluctant one. Any of you can roll to weaken that status and just take it out. When acting to benefit yourself or an ally, like I said, you can bestow new abilities, create new objects or beams with story tags. You can enhance yourself or an ally with helpful statuses, or restore yourself or an ally by removing negative statuses or tags. You can discover that lets you gain new information, while extra feet lets you embellish your action with small advantages or secondary achievements. And we'll learn about advances and setbacks later when we need them. The most important rule here is that your effects must reasonably match your narration. You can't narrate hurting someone and then try to restore them. Usually this should be straightforward, but if you're not sure, I'll help you choose. So let's try it. So you have how much power to spend on this actions effects? Oh yeah. So let's roll and then we'll figure out how much power.
So +8. Was there any negatives?
Reluctant
Just causing
one.
to distract him.
Yeah.
He's causing a distraction, so he's not interacting.
Yeah. So.
Okay,
Nope.
just +3 then. Solid 30.
Oh, okay. So if I'm reading it correctly, you have 3 power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
10, right? So what effects are you going to choose officially?
Startled crowd.
Well, the effects enhance.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So
Startled crowd.
yeah, startled. I'll keep thinking of it in City of Vistas.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I guess I'd enhance Riker's stealth roll, however you want to phrase that.
So you can assist, aim boost, gain advantage, take cover.
Is there a page for this so I can just kind of like
Yes.
You're in the Excel doc. If you go to the Moves tab.
Yep, there as well. So it's 1 power per tier, and it's a tier 3.
Yep.
So you get 3 power, if I'm reading that correctly?
Because it moves.
So you could just give him a helpful status of tier 3.
Yeah, tier 3. Distracted crowd or startled crowd, whichever you think.
Convenient distraction.
Yeah, convenient distraction.
There we go. Let's give it convenient distraction. So.
I like the idea that Riker passed me. I didn't even need to tell Junior to do this. He just heard make a noise and was just like, "Roar."
Was that the distraction?
Yeah, he referenced the Jurassic World 6 movie I'd shown him, and he just fucking belted a roar.
So now people are kind of looking at you and Junior.
Yeah. Sorry, it's my ringtone.
yeah, they're just kind of like eyeing you. Okay, sure.
Yeah, I'll pick up my phone just to. Oh, yes. Hello, mother.
Okay. Is that your cover?
Yeah, that's my cover. That's my ringtone.
Okay. So now I reestablish the scene as I was saying before, and I will give the spotlight. Well, I usually like to ask. I know what Riker's doing, and James is making the distraction, but we still have 3 other crew members.
I guess Talos would see if he can pull up any records on the prison before it started to sink. Maybe there's a way in from the water. So he would kind of just cross-check maybe if there was just like the history of the place and see if he can pull up a blueprint from cyberspace.
Let's roll for it. This should be a quick outcome. Or if you want, it could be a tracked one, like a discover roll, if you want.
Yeah, a tracked roll would be good.
Okay. And remember, there are no caps on the power tags that you can choose, and I'm totally okay with that.
She struggles to sit behind the mask.
She lied lyingly.
She lied lyingly.
I would choose probably mobile cyberspace access.
Yep.
Portable supercomputer, and then probably neural uplink. And then I would say probably get bombed by distracting ads for different prisons throughout the city.
Okay. Is that the weakness tag?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's +3?
Yeah, +3 -1.
Okay. And I'll just let you know, as you're trying to discover more information, you're looking into Skyron, Threadwell, you start to notice that you notice immediately that they have been deleting data on both the gem cutter and Skyron. So the status that's being applied to the scene is deliberately deleted 1. So it's going to be a little bit harder to find information. And so now it's +2.
It should be my +1 because I have my weakness tag.
Oh, okay, +1. There we go.
You used 3 power, didn't you?
Yes, I used 3 power, but I had my weakness tag, and then there's the they're deleting data. So is that -2?
Okay.
Okay, so you got a +1. So let's let it roll. 2d6.
Oh, sorry. First time using this.
That's 1. There you go.
Oh, even better.
Well, they all good, so it doesn't matter.
That's true.
So.
A 12. So you get 1 power per detail. 1 power per detail. Does anybody else understand that a little bit better than I do? My brain.
Yeah, it's basically kind of like, remember in City Messenger we had the questions you could ask?
Yeah.
I think like in this point, he spends a power and then you give him a detail that would be relevant for him to use and spread among
1
us.
power, but 1 power per detail. So
He's
It's like
using
net clues.
so you only have
Yeah.
you only use 1 power technically, right?
Mhm.
So you only get 1 detail.
Okay.
I think that's what that means.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so just double checking because I want to give you the right details. So, one of the virtual reality domains used in Skyron, what you're finding is was repurposed as a virtual environment known as the Vineyard. A pleasure domain. It's leased to a Threadwell subsidiary, and some old details about the prison might still remain beneath that framework, but you have to dig a little bit deeper. You're finding that domain attracts some rich, nostalgic visitors. So security is tight, you're noticing. And that was a good success. So you also learn that the system's security alertness manifests as Raven digital constructs once you enter into the domain. And domains are another word for the digital world that you enter into.
Gotcha. With that information, would Talus know the best point to access or to get the group access if we were to check that out?
That would be another detail.
Okay, gotcha.
You only got 1. Yeah. What about Victor?
So Victor's kind of been watching the way the party's moving, keeping tabs on him, keeping eyes on him, make sure everybody's safe. But he's used to scanning these types of environments. I think you would also be on the lookout for anybody that is taking particular notice in our crew. Is somebody watching us? Is anybody concerned? We stick out like sore thumbs.
Yeah.
So there's a good chance that, there could be threats or dangers or people we don't want to know that we're here.
I'm gonna have you roll.
Mhm.
So, and that will be it will be a tracked outcome because you're trying to discover some information, yes, around your environment. Yeah. Okay.
So I think hypervigilance and protection detail come into play here, but I would like to invoke my weakness tag of paranoid of others, so I might accidentally perceive threats that don't necessarily exist.
Got it.
Nice.
So +1.
Okay.
And then 2d6.
Plus
Man, we are on
Oh
fire.
my gosh!
Yeah, like we
Foundry.
are not failing.
Foundry really loves you guys.
Wants the players to succeed. Everybody switch to Foundry,
Everybody-
where your players can achieve their greatest dreams.
This stream is really
Brought to
Foundry
you by
ad.
Foundry.
Yeah, we're sponsored by Foundry.
Yeah,
I'll
shoot, that's
say
all.
1 point of detail. You are noticing some drones above head have been watching you
Okay.
and your crew as soon as you have walked into the dead dogs.
I think at that point, unfortunately, I might be interrupting Talos, but I will give him a call from my position over, away from him. So I call Talos,
Okay.
my man.
Hey, what's up?
We may have slight problem. I think you could take care of it if you've got time. But
Yeah,
you see
well,
these drones.
Gonna look around your scenario here. We might want to, blind them or erase data just to keep things clean.
Okay. I'll see what I do. I'll see what I can do.
Or maybe see who owns them. That would be helpful. If it's Threadwell, could be problem.
Okay.
You also notice what they look like. They look like 2 meter tall hands.
Meter?
Yes.
I only measure
Don't
things
question
by
it.
eagles.
They look like hands.
They're 4 eagles long.
4 eagles long. 2 meters tall or 4 eagles long, whichever you
American
use.
measurements.
Yeah. Our American education system is not doing good.
Yeah.
You only know eagles now.
Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
We only know by reference points.
Yes. Yeah. So what is
How many
it?
Honda
Boy eagles?
But yeah, I think he just points
Yeah.
that out to Talos, lets him know they could pose a threat, and then he kind of keeps an eye on them as well as the party.
Okay.
So, Talos think back to when they were on top of that skyscraper, kind of looking down at the tops of the buildings, and it's like, well, maybe if I kind of loop that or create some kind of art that makes it so that they just see just the town as it usually is,
Okay.
maybe they'll lose sight of us. So I want to kind of disrupt their vision of us.
Okay. So since there are 4 of them, they are at a scale, right? They have a scale of 1, and you're trying to get all of them, right? Are you trying to do 1 by 1?
I guess I'll try 1 by 1.
Okay. It's gonna take a little bit longer, but you can do that.
Yeah. I would use digital. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah. This is gonna be another tracked outcome.
Yeah. I would use digital graffiti artist.
Okay.
Let's see. I'd pull out my AR developer kit to kind of try to get that overlay on top of the tops of the buildings. And then I would use AR architect just because to quickly draft up something that would lay over the tops of the buildings.
Okay. So that is +3. Are you ready?
Yeah. Let's see.
So 9. So, one of the effects that you can choose is kind of like a disrupt. It sounds like you're trying to do disrupt, but you could tell me which effect you're thinking about.
I guess I would try to confuse them. Like they're obviously kind of following and tracking us along, so I would kind of want to mess with their pathing, so they kind of lost sight of somebody, and then they kind of have to reorient.
Okay. So it was a mixed success. So you're able to disrupt and confuse one of them, but also because you there's some radio feedback as you're trying to do that, and it's disrupting the interface from that drone. And now it's messing with your gear as well. So now you have jammed 1 attached to you as well.
What ads were you showing them?
Local fisheries and
So, Victor, you do see one kind of hand-like drone start to glitch out.
I think he kind of nods. I think he trusts the team. We've worked together for a long time, and he views them as competent, whether we are or not. That remains to be seen. But I think he's just continuing to watch, continuing to make sure everybody's safe, and staying on the outskirts.
Is Talos the only one that knows about the drones?
I did only call him. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's cool.
It's fine. I'd love to know I was being watched by them. Just know that there's some guy behind a desk who's just like,
Exactly.
God, what a cool suit. I wish I had that.
Can I bribe drones? Money.
Look,
I just hold up a sign that says "Stop watching" and they give 50,000.
I do think that brings up a good point, though.
Yeah.
I think Victor would want the team to know, just to mind their P's and Q's. So I think he would send out a quick text, maybe not a phone call specifically, but hit the group, be like, mind your P's and Q's. There's drones with cameras.
Okay. There is still more information to be had here in the Dead Dogs. Akira, what do you want to do?
Akira's just looking around. She's not really looking for people or.
I will,
Yeah.
but okay, Akira, you're part of this crew.
Yeah,
Good job.
She's looking for cybernetics. She's
Wait.
sitting there and also looking for a guy that probably is a bit. She's not gonna ask any questions, and then she's like, she's just here for the cybernetics.
How is that good? How is that going to like forward the crew though in their objectives?
I mean,
Well, when she sees they're injured, she'll fix them.
Yeah, she's really just kind of like a sentry unit in the sense where she's just ready to act, where along with Riker and Victor, she's kind of just on the outskirts, not really asking questions because it's not really her place.
You could try though, and I encourage you to.
I'm good. That sounded menacing.
Okay. On that note, let's take a quick 10-minute break.
Sure.
Okay.
A sip of the water.
He has been the whole time.
Oh
Look at it go.
Okay. And we're back from the break. Everybody. Thanks, Charlie. Okay, Andrew.
Voice.
Anyway, we'll address that later. So, Talos has some information. You know of the vineyard now, that domain, where there's some more information there as well. You know that there's some assassin drones. At least 3 of them now are spotting you, or at least watching you all. The entire crew. They even watched while Riker, not Deckard, was going. Went out to go watch, or to go. What were you trying to do? You're trying to like scope out the
Basically, I'm
remaining.
looking for a better vantage point.
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah.
I want to become the sniper here in a minute.
Yeah, they're watching you as well.
Great.
And we have established that we have an interconnected comms link. So this
Yes.
information is simultaneously shared
This is new
with
information.
everyone. As
For
well
sure.
as the boxing club. We did learn that
Yeah.
Basil is at the boxing club.
Basil brush.
Yes. So, I'll go to you, Riker. What would you like to do?
All right, so with the newfound information of having drones that are circling around us, Riker's going to look over his shoulder and he was going to clock them. He's like, okay, I got something in mind for this. And he's still using this. I wanted to do this because he still has the distracted 3 from James, right?
Yeah.
So there is still some kind of distraction that's going to help him out if he wants
Well,
to.
it's distracting the people. I don't think the drones are distracted.
Okay, well, that's the thing. It's like, but it would still be a positive status for me
Oh.
to utilize it.
Yes, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So,
Yeah.
so I want Riker to use that distracted status and then use the cloak, turning invisible and turning into smoke to get up to a vantage point. So
Yes.
that'd be like a +6 on a roll to
Yeah.
hide, basically.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're going to hide. Is that your first action? You're hiding?
Yep.
Okay. This guy is going to turn into smoke. You literally just need 3 or higher, 2 or higher.
Yeah, basically 2. So with a +6 to it, basically.
Oh, and you rolled it.
So I got a 14 with a 6 power.
Are you wanting to be track that? Because it could just be quick. You can just, successfully turn into smoke, and you are now.
I was going to do this to give myself advantages. I would like it to be tracked.
Oh, yeah. Which one are you doing?
All right, so he's turned into smoke, so I want to be able to basically do this as for myself. Where is it at? Against opponent or yourself and ally. It's teach, learn, give an ally new abilities tags. I'm going to give myself a helpful status. I'm going to give myself hidden 5.
Basically, yes, you are hidden.
Yeah.
You're almost dead with the amount of hidden you have.
Yeah. Are you alive?
Exactly.
Here, I'll put it on.
It's almost a tier 6.
Sheesh, you're almost transformed by how hidden you are.
Yeah. And then can I bank one of those? Is that cool with you?
Yes. Let's just say that, and then as long as it relates to this situation, you can use it.
Okay. Yeah. So then after that, so Riker's basically gonna see those. He's gonna turn into smoke and invisible and pop up onto like a new spot where he's got an advantage point. He's still kind of incorporeal on that one, but he's got a really good line of sight. And he's gonna look and keep track of all the assassin bots that are being utilized.
They begin to gently hum.
Mm-hmm. And Riker's gonna go over the comms. He's like, all right, look, I'm gonna take every one of these out. Talos, if you can do something to affect their network or at least put out a signal saying it's a critical system error really fast here, I'm gonna take the shot before they get any more violent towards us.
Okay, gotcha.
Everybody in agreement?
Sounds good to me. Maybe we should make haste after you take the shots. The boxing club should give us some good cover afterwards.
Yeah, works for me. Kira, James, you guys good?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
How loud? Are you going to need covering sound for this gunfire?
Of course not. I got silence around. We're good.
Oh, okay.
Your walkie-talkie's not that loud.
Magic.
That's whenever we're
talking.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So as it's on his vantage point, Riker's going to reach behind him to pull out the sniper rifle again, but he'll add. I want to use one of those, one of the juice or like the points of that to basically screw on a silencer.
Okay. There are 4 of them. Are you trying to get all of them at once?
Yep, every single one of them.
So it's
like a motherfucker.
So they have it's called scale now. This is a scale of 1.
Okay. So take out -1 for me.
Yeah.
All right. So because of that, I'm going to use guns galore.
Okay.
I'm going to use hyper velocity rounds because they're assassin bots. I want to take them down.
Yep.
The hammer space holster is where I drew it out from.
I'll
take one off. Yeah. Right. And I'm going to use legendary marksman.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
Mark and execute because it's all of them.
Yep.
I'm going to use trick shots to basically ping pong them off to take them all out at once.
5. Let's go. Give me some more. Let's go.
And then I think I will. Yeah, I think that's good for right now.
5. Minus.
I can't reload just yet.
Okay. -1 because of their it's a scale.
But I'm also hidden with a 5.
Sorry.
I'm also hidden by 5 hidden. Can I use that to my advantage since it's stealth or no?
I don't think the hidden will help you in terms of like shooting at them because you're attacking.
No, but it stops them from basically targeting me. Okay,
They're not looking to dodge.
Yeah, I will go with 4 then. So it's 5 -1 for the thing for the collective, and then I'll do so it's +4.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Foundry loves you guys now, so.
It continues.
Oh my gosh! Please explain how this trick shot just goes ping ping.
Okay, how many of them are there?
There's 4, and they're shape of hands, like in Adam's family, just like the hands.
Okay, cool. So there's 4 of them. So Riker up on his superior positioning and hidden away from them basically takes them all in sight, and his eyes are glowing. Those little golden discs on the inside of him. He's highlighting every one of them so you can know. He takes a deep breath. Feels that heart rate. He's still speeding and it slows down almost immediately. And at that moment, that's when he pulls the trigger. And the hypervelocity round punches out. It goes to the very farthest one, hits through the center of it, and destroys like the central node portion of it. And then in that moment, it reflects back towards the very first one, hits the rear of it, goes back to the third one, and then hits the second one after that. Just ping pongs off to all of them and basically destroys only the central processing units that controls them, rather than making them explode, so that it looks more like a critical system error than anything else.
Okay.
And the bullet goes back into his clip.
Oh my
Springs
God.
off right back in there.
And then he just grabs it as it comes back.
You just see you also see like the hands, like it's going through them. You see the circuitry throughout the palms of the hands, completely destroyed.
Okay.
Nice.
So
And they're still sticking to like the walls because they can stick to walls, but they're like little creepy crawly type things, but completely destroyed.
before these things start to drop, could Talos try to hack into one of them and hopefully convince it that this was a system error?
You want to try to hack them? They're completely like destroyed.
No, I think he wants to know like whatever's giving them information is what he wants to stream.
Yeah,
to
the
send off
connection.
like
So
that.
like whoever lost connection on the other end, like just gets
Oh.
that, like, hey, they
Yep.
just went
I hear
offline just due to modem malfunction.
I hear you. Yeah, not a bullet. Okay. We can do quick outcome.
I'll do information overload, just thinking of all the error reports, just trying to bomb their systems, and hopefully one of them goes through.
Let's do it.
Portable supercomputer, so I just do this real quick.
I just stuck my fucking toe.
Take off those boots.
And then
He's got that sock
so
muscle.
I would probably do sound wave manipulation to make it sound less like a shot went through in the recordings, and just
Okay.
make it seem like the engine was sputtering a bit. Kind of quickly edit that sound.
Okay, and he pulled out the stops.
He's over there just spitting sunflower seeds off to cover the sound.
Nice.
Other than that, I think it would just be those three power tags, and then he kind of hit his tablet a few times because it's on the fritz.
Oh, it is, and so you do have -1 because you were jammed 1. So plus
Would they
2.
be jammed one even though they got destroyed?
No, his interface is jammed.
Yeah, they weren't causing the jam.
Gotcha.
His interface just being like the.
Little-
Has this ever happened to you?
It happens to the best of us.
So I think that would be just the
Plus 2.
plus 2.
Yeah.
8 to 10.
Oh, Boundary loves you guys. Oh my God, I can't.
This on City of Mist Night. Jesus Christ.
I know I can't do anything to you guys. I have all these freaking consequences.
Oh, it's gonna turn tail real bad. We know.
Okay. Do you promise me?
I wear snake eyes, don't we?
Okay, thank you. So when we're gonna do a quick loading up moment, actually. Well, if you want to do, we can do it right now, or you can do it after you go to the boxing club.
Let's do it after.
Okay. What do you guys think?
I think after. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that kind of the boxing ring kind of concludes the information gathering phase. I feel.
Yeah. We can get some boxing gloves as well.
But I think as these shots are going off and these drones are falling, we kind of see Victor, hike up the collar on his jacket and start moving through the crowds towards the boxing arena, and he can hear just that slight subsonic pinging, and over the comms he'll say to Riker, "New silencer works out pretty well. Subsonic rounds, very nice."
Rick's gonna ping back saying, "Yeah, there's no bullet travel, no wavering. This is nice." We gotta think whoever your buddy is for this one, and then that's whenever Riker's gonna go back down.
This is how silencers are for communists and for cowards.
Is that Junior?
Yeah.
Okay, he's losing the accent.
My apologies, man.
Junior, have you ever even shot a gun before? Do you have hands?
You know I don't have a body.
Please
That is
say
highly offensive.
My apologies. Let us just skip inside then.
It's fine, you don't have a body either.
I'm assuming
I don't think he
everybody.
can skip. He ain't got no legs.
He ain't got no legs.
I'm assuming everybody is making their way into the boxing gym.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
he's gonna shoulder Akira.
Yeah, I'll just be over the radio, just like, guys, if you go to, like, you know, X, Y, Z, you know, there's boxing gym, which apparently some agile guys there.
And
So-
the same.
And the same.
Very well could be,
Eating.
yeah. He blesses the participants.
I already know someone's gonna
He goes
ask
up.
him why he calls himself that, and I'm looking
Yeah.
at
Do they not have
you.
that answer?
Yeah, it is.
Whatever,
I'll just say it, I don't know. I got questions.
There's obviously something wrong with his brain, so you need to extract it and have a look at it.
Say less. I'm gonna do a lobotomy right now.
What's his job?
You guys make your way to the boxing gym. You can hear the sounds of fists hitting synthetic leather. The smell of sweat and energy drinks greet you as you walk into the boxing club, and you have these wide holographic displays along the walls that show old boxing matches, visually appealing ads for a lot of stimulants for the human body, and a lot of ads for sporting equipment and genetic augmentations as well. You see various club members are scattered around the front room, hitting punching bags or sparring with each other and practice androids as well. Some of them are obviously jacked on nitro, which is probably what Akira gave Riker in the morning. Or some other enhancer. Most of them seem like they spend every waking hour in this club. As you take in the room, a door in the back opens long enough to release the roar of a small crowd. You hear some cheering. You know, there's like something's going on back there. You see stairs down must lead to some type of basement boxing ring.
I think Victor locks eyes with the closest party member and just kind of like with an acknowledging nod. Fight Club.
Fight Club.
Fight Club.
What if they let them use guns?
I sigh, and have we sort of arrived here maybe at like a similar time, or like we waited for the rest of the members to
I feel like we're
arrive?
gonna congregate eventually.
Yeah, I imagine all of us kind of together.
Yeah.
Hearing there's a Fight Club, I sigh. I give each of you $400 and go bet how you want.
Yeah.
Oh, I need a friend like James. He's just throwing out money.
Is this like an investment? Do you want a return on the original amount you gave me, or?
What do you take me for? This is a gift.
How about someone take my money and let me find way into the ring?
Hey,
It's been a
Riker,
while.
remember when I woke you up?
I-
I want to back that horse.
Victor, I will absolutely place money on you. Just give me 1 second to get everybody's. Talos, you want in on this?
Oh, of course.
Okay. Kira?
No, I want half of yours because I want to go buy some more drugs. Or, I mean, if Victor is gonna fight, he's gonna fight.
Yeah, I don't remember why I owe you, so I don't know you. And he's gonna walk inside.
Are you guys? You're all passing the regular boxing gym. You're heading downstairs.
Oh, Victor.
The open. Okay. So you hear the cheering as the door opens, and Victor's immediately going down there. Who else is going down there?
Straight down there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Brings me past like, why do they still have boner pills in the future? I don't get it.
Yeah, it's never an issue. It's like cancer.
They've never been able to solve it.
Yeah, it's
They
like-
just can't.
It's like, and in the future, male enhancement is still a myth. You still can't augment it anyway.
It just doesn't connect right, you know? You just can't figure it out.
So whoever is looking around, give me a roll. You know, a type of like perception to see if you notice anything as you're walking through, making your way to the basement where you hear cheering.
Okay. All of us or just one?
Whoever wants to. Whoever thinks like I'm keeping an eye out on things in here.
I wouldn't. I'm immersed. I want.
Okay.
This is the fun I've joined this group for.
Right. Okay.
I mean,
Is
usually
anybody
it's
vigilant
Victor,
right now? Okay, Victor.
But
What?
I'm definitely kind of focused. There's blood kind of pumping at this point where
I
he's
hear.
like, we've been standing out in the rain. I got to see Riker get some, action and show off his new rounds, and I think he's tunnel visioned towards the arena.
Okay. Is anybody else vigilant right now?
I mean, I would say I'm vigilant, but like, I feel like Riker's, because he sees Victor being antsy, like he knows that feeling, so he's like, okay, I'll take over a little bit.
I think Talos would be quickly looking up how to get Victor registered in this fight.
Oh god, it's not that organized here.
I can't vote registration.
Okay, so go ahead, Riker. Let's do a quick outcome type of like a perception roll.
Okay, Akira said something too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Akira can also be the one keeping the lookout. I mean, if anything, she's having some sensory overload, most likely, as her eye is trying to figure out what the hell is going on as they're walking through crowds.
Damn eye, that's so freaky. Okay. Who would like to, Akira or Riker?
I'll let Akira.
Okay, let's go, Akira.
Okay, let me get that low roll going for us. Let's start that up.
We need a snake eyes.
Yeah, I got you guys.
No, we don't.
I got you, homie.
I got you.
Everybody has to have a roll. Yeah.
Everybody has to have a roll.
You guys want me to roll low? I got you.
I'm still reading the Underground Fight Club, all kind of normal, and then my fucking character was.
Well, I feel like your kind of character is definitely present in like the the VIP.
Oh, yeah.
Throw money. Yeah.
You like the fucking Don King. You just
I come in with this giant fucking cyborg, and I'm like, I got my boy.
Here's my horse. This is the one I'm backing.
Akira, are you ready?
Yeah, so she's gonna use fast thinking, sharp-eyed precision.
Okay. That's two? That's two, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then she has sense of danger. And then I also like to think that Beef is, I don't know why, should say synthetic. Yeah, he's a guard dog. So I think Beef is also on the lookout.
Beef, perfect. So that's +4.
Yep.
+4, and then I'm gonna invoke her sensory overload from her eye.
That makes sense.
Or her visual overload.
Yep.
Because she's in a crowd. So it is a +3.
3. Okay, let's do it. You guys still hear the crowd in the background. Victor's getting pumped up.
Kira sees nothing.
Yeah.
Oh
my god!
God damn.
Akira sees everything.
Akira is everything.
Listen, when you guys roll low, that's my moment, okay? That's when I get to play. Okay?
No.
Alright.
This is story. Just do the story thing.
Just say the words. Don't worry about anything else.
You see that obviously there's lots of gamblers around. This is, what they're here for. Closer to midnight, you'll see like a sign that shows that's when the serious matches start up and the betting windows open. It's not anywhere near midnight right now, but there are still some fights going on. You'll see that this place brandishes No Corp logo, which is a little bit strange because if you want to like have a consistent business that doesn't shut down immediately, you have some type of like corporation, funding you. Which is strange because, a lot of them get pressured into sponsorships, and you don't see any of them around here. You would guess that this probably means that the owner is either working with an organized crime syndicate or is so paranoid that they're not working with anyone. So those are the big things, and that was a great success, right? Because Foundry loves you guys tonight. The owner supplies the boxers with nitro sunspot cocktail. It's another thing you notice. Thus buying the loyalty of a small army of easily hyped up muscle brutes all over the gym.
My people.
I think if Akira notices that they're enhanced up and Victor is getting his blood pumping,
Yep.
she'd tap Victor maybe from behind, and he'd have to look down at her because I bet there's a big height difference, and she's just like, do you want me to give you what I gave Riker this morning? Because those boxers are on some kind of street drug.
I think he's in the middle of taking off his like trench coat and folding it, and he looks over
Yeah.
towards Riker and raises an eyebrow. Do I?
And
This
this
is really
could-
good shit, man.
This could be a tracked outcome, or you can roll for an effect, Akira, because you can enhance if you want to give him a boost.
I mean, this
I
is
think-
fun.
Here's the thing. He's gonna talk to me. He's gonna talk to me. He's like, everybody's cheating, so if you don't cheat,
You gotta lose.
yeah.
Oh, I don't worry about cheat. I just worry about win. And he finishes folding his trench coat, and he like presses it into James, which it seems a lot heavier than what you would expect.
Fucking hell, how do you wear this?
You should try to wear it. Help you for next time when you need to fight. It builds muscle for you. But
It's a weighted trench coat.
A weighted
love
trench
it.
coat.
Love
That's
it.
amazing.
Oh god, I love it.
Okay,
It's
so
like a hug.
Victor, do you want to accept the enhancers?
So
Okay.
he exposes his upper arm
Yeah.
and looks towards Akira. I think I trust you enough.
Okay. Akira, let's let it roll. Let's create
That's
some
the first
some
mistake of
enhancements.
the evening.
Enhancers for
And this is where it will fail, and my heart will explode.
you still have a heart?
I still have a heart? Oh my gosh, I can't believe you would ask me that.
No, I meant like I thought a lot of your parts.
Just because his heart can eat elements doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Just 'cause his heart is a mimic
But I
doesn't
think
mean
when you pointed out it was drugs, because, if I saw a cocktail, I'd just be like, ooh, splendid. Great service here.
He's just
Oh,
out
James
there
is gonna be hopped up.
I'm sure is noticing like their pupils are dilated, a little bit of sweat, and James is like, I see a drink. All right.
Yeah, drinks.
Okay. Kira, you ready?
I feel my lungs are running.
You want me to roll for it?
Yes, because you're creating an enhancement. So it's kind of like change the game in City of the Mist. City of Mist.
Alright,
City of the Mist.
Yeah, so she's gonna use her collection of meds and robotic body parts, but she's using the collection of meds here.
Where's the collection of? You have a collection of Meg's like power tech? Oh, you
Yes,
do.
assets.
You do.
Yeah.
In the assets check, I have that's what's in the backpack is
Okay.
a collection of meds and robotic body parts.
Okay. So you want to just use that +1?
Yes, and then I want to use the eye where it detects physical weaknesses because Victor is half human. So I think there's a point where she's gonna locate a part that is not covered in metal and probably a part that he's a little weakened by to like centralize the medicine.
So that's a +2, but I'm going to invoke it's ineffective against cybernetic augments, which Victor is about 98% cybernetic.
That 2% is his heart, by the
One
way.
chunk
Just so
of
you know.
flesh he has remaining.
So you got a +1.
You also
Okay,
have
plus
to,
one? Yeah, I mean I do have sharp-eyed precision, but I don't know if you wanted to add that one.
Oh no, yeah, that works too.
Go ham. Go ham.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Stop being so reserved.
Rick-
goddamn.
I'm breaking the limits off so you guys don't have
Yeah,
plus
No
4.
limits.
No more limits at +4.
so I have a +2 on this.
You also have the crew tags. You also have the crew eye for detail, all that good stuff for the crew theme card, and then you also have your crew mates tags. Okay, look at Victor supportive of you. That might mean something. He's supporting you.
He's helping me out. He's like, "Hey, look, this part right here is where I got a big juicy thing.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll go. Is that crispy or is that
Tis crispy indeed.
okay? I
I
don't
forgot
know.
what that meant for a second, and I was like, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
Yeah, get the rule book out, man.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
sorry.
Barbecue.
So you got a +2 so far. Is there anything in like the crew theme card you want to use? Those are also crispy.
Eye for detail. I'll use eye for detail.
+3, and it's burnt. So you got a +3.
Okay. Here we go again, Foundry.
Let's go.
Yo.
Let's go! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Drake, where are you? Drake.
I feel like Talos has hacked into Foundry. And,
Very good, Talos.
That's a critical success with the double sixes. There's a word for it, but I forgot what the word is.
Super.
Oh,
that's a bit generic. I feel like.
How many? It was 3 power attacks, right?
Yes, it was a +3.
So you can give him a tier 3 status.
Juice the fuck up, 3.
I don't know. Charge the fuck up or energized 3.
Oh wow, that's so boring. He like gave you a good and you're like energized like F.
Amps 3.
Yeah.
Right in the high 3.
Okay. Do you want it to be energized? Because we'll call it that.
Yeah, and I want it to be energized because if I get specific, then it gets used against me later.
No, it doesn't.
Quit gaslighting me.
So you now have energized 3 on you. If you kind of hover over your token on Foundry, you'll be able to see it. As a little reminder. So what does it look like as you're kind of amping him up, Akira? What do you put in him?
So you notice like Akira, Victor kind of just. Victor's like, all right, and he kind of pulls his arm around, and Akira goes into her bag, and you just hear like metallic parts just shifting in the bag.
Yep. Stuff going on in there.
She's like, she pulls out like a green syringe, and she's like, no, I don't think you want that one. She grabs the blue one. She's like, this is what I used on Riker this morning, but I think he's gonna feel the pain later. So let's go with the purple one.
His trust in you has decreased after each second of pulling something else out. But either way, he lets you.
That roll is crazy. Even with the weakest tag invoked, she rolled double 6.
Oh yeah.
And then she just grabs the purple syringe and she's like, good luck in your fight. And she just jabs it. Probably wherever his weak point is, so probably like the back of his neck or something.
Yeah, he had his arm prepped, and then she just...
Victor, are you ready?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I think he starts just like shaking and like, whew. It is time now. Time to do what I am made to do.
You see an older man walk up to you, but he looks buff. He looks extremely strong. He's working out here. And he goes, they call me Saint Beatty.
Dun, dun, dun.
And I ain't never seen you around here, pretty boy.
Well, it has been a while since someone has called me pretty boy. But, judging by this place, I might come back multiple times. So, this might not be the last. I'm Victor, by the way.
You can
And
call
he
me
puts
Beatty.
out an arm.
He shakes your arm.
Yeah, I don't grip. I just keep it kind of open palmed and move it.
Yeah. You hopping into the ring or what?
That is exactly what I would like to do.
He immediately jumps into the ring. He dresses the entire crowd. Everybody! And he's letting them know, grabbing everybody's attention. We have a new fighter in the house. And he's fighting me. Any motions for you to come up?
Riker's gonna run.
Victor then rushes in his head. Okay, so I can't break his throat. Yeah, Victor kind of.
Listen, nobody. This is not a murder gym. Like they're fighting, but they're not killing each other.
Victor's way.
Well, I don't know my own strength.
Oh no!
First of all, the drugs I gave him make him win.
I know, man. First of all, he's a tank, and this one also juiced up. Okay, no, it's too late. I already said it.
It's still a win if their heart stops.
It seems like something that should be recorded, so Talos is going to make sure a couple screens are up.
Okay.
Showing
Yes.
you.
The lady said that the gym cutter had to be alive. She didn't say anything about this guy.
Yeah, this guy's dead.
He knows the gem cutter.
Yeah.
You need more
Right.
information.
Oh,
Well, he won't know
Everybody.
anybody after.
Oh God.
Or
He
himself.
won't know
Is
who he
anybody putting bets down? You see a man, he's walking around, he has a plate, he's collecting bets. Bets.
Yeah.
Place your bets. Place your
Like
bets.
the drop the $1,200 he got between Victor, Talos, and himself into that.
The undefeated
Big
Saint
guy.
Beatty, he's taking bets.
Oh, he's undefeated. Man.
Yeah.
Oh, he's undefeated? Maybe I should take my glasses off.
I
And then
don't want to
James.
stretch my glasses.
James now has 2 pairs of sunglasses.
And two
I quietly sort of when the other guys are maybe cheering on Victor, when the guy goes out of the bets, I'm like 2,000 on BD.
just to be, just you know, to
Yeah, I don't want them knowing I'm betting against.
You're off the curve. He's got a second out here.
Victor, he motions for you to enter in.
So I hand my glasses to James, much like my jacket, and then he kind of just like cracks his neck, takes a few steps, enters the ring, having to duck underneath the threshold of the cage.
I do immediately put them all over the sunglasses over.
They seem to be heavier than what you would have expected.
Weighted sunglasses.
You
It's for his
see,
eyebrows.
you see Saint Beatty, he takes off his shirt. He's also very ripped, and he has like his boxing shorts on. He has a belt buckle. You see that the belt buckle is made of some type of bone.
Like a bone eye?
No, just bone. And you see him drop into a boxing stance. Arms up. Legs spread ready.
I kind of almost mimic the stance, open palmed instead of closed fist. It has been a while since I've faced someone that seems to know what they're doing. This should be fun.
Okay, you see him bouncing on his legs. And,
I
yeah. What do you want to do?
I think he'll wait for a moment if the dude makes an opening, but within a couple of seconds, Victor will make a move if he does not.
He's just watching you and kind of like studying you. What are you gonna do next? Everybody's kind of like screaming. Everybody loves to see Saint Beatty in the pit. Let's go.
So I think his first move is to go in like he's going in for a hook, like shifting that torque, but instead hit a quick jab right underneath the rib cage.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, I will be tagging metallic knuckles.
Oh God, here we go. You also have +3.
Yeah. Is Steel Behemoth working in this scenario?
Yeah. Are you not a Steel Behemoth?
At all times, really. So that's going to be with juice up a +5.
Oh, here we go. The first
Oh,
arrow.
but hey, that's a 9 still.
Still a 9.
So, still
It's
a
a
9.
9. And what were you trying to do?
My goal is to injure him for the fight further, so apply a weakening status. I believe.
Okay.
What would that be? Disrupt.
Okay. 1 power per tier. How many power tags did you use? 3?
3. Yeah.
3?
Or no, 2. No, I had 2, and then I had a status of 3.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
So
power,
2.
so it's +5. It's power, so he had 5
Oh,
power. To his
oh,
voice,
yeah, I
so
had
that's
5
what
power.
One power per tier, 2 power per tag. I'm still understanding that. So per tag, 2 power per tag. So you can do 2 tags on him, or you can do a tier 5 status.
Yeah.
My brain had to understand that. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, the tier 5 status sounds pretty
Oh,
clutch.
God.
I think I went with a broken rib.
Right, the liver.
Yeah, just like.
No.
Like just.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to say he already has some tags and
Yeah.
statuses on him, so it will be taken down to 4. So
I
right.
don't want to kill him, so this is great.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
He's cheering you
So
on.
yeah, just a
Tier 4, so it'll be like broken rib, fractured rib 4. Does
Yeah.
that sound good?
yep,
Okay.
sounds great.
Okay, so I'm gonna add that in, and then I'll take Oh my gosh, that's wild. He didn't even get it in.
Hey, don't eat it.
Okay. For a second, it gets really quiet.
Victor
And-
looks visibly disappointed.
Yeah. It gets like everybody stops. The music stops. Saint B falls to the ground, like a giant that just like tumbled a tree. He hits the ground and he's clutching his ribs. And then immediately the crowd is like, like immediately, like 5 seconds later, there's like shock, and then everybody's like, oh my gosh. Baby, he's on the ground, he looks at you, and he's like trying to catch his breath, but at the same time, he lets out a smile as he's looking up at you. He's like, like he's trying to get breath in, but he's smiling at you, kind of like in shock and awe at what you just did to him. But yeah, seriously, undefeated.
So I think Victor is disappointed at first. You know, he was excited to actually get some challenge and an undefeated Victor. So he's, disappointed, and he sees him smile, and then Victor returns the smile and then extends his hand downwards to help him up.
Yeah, he's left arm holding the rib, still trying to get some air into his lungs. They might be punctured a little bit.
Listen,
Riker's gonna lead
I
him
have
to
someone. I have
He's gonna lead him to
someone.
Gears like,
Yeah, go ahead.
he's gonna lead him to Gears like, hey, look, so we're rich, and you have somebody you can probably replace bones with, just saying.
But he holds onto your arm, lets you help him up. He's like, go, come help me sit. I'm kind of embarrassed, but that was amazing. Kind of whispers it.
Thank you. I can do you one other favor.
Yeah.
Someone that travels with me. She is very good medic. Very, very smart. I'll take you to her. She will patch this up. You will not even feel it.
Yeah, thank you. Don't worry about it. I have my people. Don't worry.
Oh, no. I insist.
God.
And he is pulling him at this point out of the cage and motioning him. Yeah. Motioning him towards the rest of the crew.
Let's get at it. I don't want people to see me. They're still cheering for you out there. Let's get to my office.
Let's get at him.
Ooh, you gotta be. Was that a right hook?
It was a feinted right hook into just a left kind of uppercut.
Oof.
Body blow.
Day boxing.
I should have held back. I am sorry. I heard undefeated and maybe got a little too excited.
Don't worry about it. Ooh. I swallowed a tooth. I don't know how. Don't ask me how. I think I swallowed a tooth.
You should brush your teeth more if you're losing teeth without being struck.
I can replace those.
Hello. Is this your friend? He looks towards. Are you guys following them? Because he's leading you to his office now.
Yeah.
Riker's gonna collect the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get the money. It's like the quickest match they've seen in years.
Maybe not recording.
We walked in. Victor does one shot. We're like, we'll take the money and we'll leave now.
I'll say Riker said he'll do it in 10 seconds. $1,200.
Yeah, that bet would have been. You would have beat that bet.
What's this? $100,000? Thank you.
I did give him a chance. I let him decide if he wanted to act first.
No, he was trying to see where your weakness is at. Does he have a bad knee somewhere? He's trying to.
So your stress has no weaknesses.
There's only metal.
I can't remember if you said it or not, but I just love the idea that you sort of go into the office and then just me following you, just panting, sweating, being like, take your fucking jacket back.
Oh, sorry.
It's so heavy.
Jacket is 15 pounds.
I'm not cut out for this stuff.
But yeah, Victor takes his things from James after getting to the office, puts his glasses back on.
Just takes the glasses directly off.
Yeah.
Plucks them.
Okay, so he leads you upstairs. I have a dog. Kitty.
I noticed.
You guys have beef. It's beef. That is beef's bark, by the way. Unfortunately.
Rottweiler size with a tiny bark.
Yeah, we gotta update that vocal box. But he does take you upstairs, where you go back into like the main area where everybody's boxing and training, and he takes you to his office. I don't know. Do you guys all follow?
Yeah.
Oh, your friends.
I
Oh,
gotta get
yeah.
on me.
Yeah.
Oof! Whoever made a bet on that made some good money.
That would be me.
I just avoid eye contact.
Oh, good man, good man. I need some ice. I think
I have something for that. Do you want me to remove it, replace it, or just make it all go away? Do you not want to be here? I have options. It's a menu. I prefer personally to replace it. You're gonna have to give me like 1 to 2 minutes to figure out how I can make this robotic arm and a rib, and I can figure it out. But I can get that in there.
Interesting. Let me sit on that. Let me sleep on it, and I'll get back to you about that.
She
Sleep on
pulls
the
out
rib.
the green syringe. She's like, "You can have this one."
Whoa. Okay. Listen, I came in here to, I think this guy here. What's your name? He looks at you, Victor.
My name is Victor.
Oh yeah, Victor. I'm looking for teachers at the gym. So
This would be lucrative for me. I do like fighting. Your people do need more training.
Sheesh.
I will take job, yes.
Whoa.
How many students did you have again?
Whoa. He's like, are you serious? You serious?
Do I get keys to gym?
No, you don't get the keys to the gym, but when it opens up, you come, you teach people what you just did to me out there, and I can heal slowly but surely, and hopefully gain some of my pride back. If this chick can give me some pride, I'll take that.
That was called
You
ass
definitely-
kicking. That's what he did.
Yeah, I can definitely heal you quicker.
Listen, there's no denying that.
Again, I
I
apologize.
think I literally swallowed my pride. It might have been a tooth.
Out of 10.
Yeah, can you spit that tooth out?
What's up with this chick here? Looking at
She's sort of like witch doctor type, you know.
Ah.
She's
I'm a researcher, and I researcher, and body parts are hard to come by these days.
I've had
The
weirder
polite
requests.
word for it is eccentric.
She has the dog.
I see. Yeah, cute talk. I've had weirder requests. So he goes into his mouth and like starts to pull out a molar that was loosened. I think when his head hit the ground, it just like hit like the right side of his face. He pulls out a molar and hands it to you. It's bloody.
And you see Akira, to everybody's surprise, pull out a jar of teeth and just puts it in a jar of teeth.
Oh God.
You just carry that
For some reason, all I
around.
can do is-
How long have you had that?
Listen, she's trying to make bank from that tooth fairy, I tell you.
Mhm. When we
She
finally
looks
catch
at
it.
Talos, she's like, I have one that lets you talk to robots if you want it. You can talk to the beef.
Maybe.
Cannot robots talk already?
Yeah, it's a robot.
Exactly.
Sadie's like, okay, listen. Now, that was such a good beating. I feel like I feel like I should pay you with something or something. That was too good. I admit it. Nobody's taking me out.
Yes.
Yeah. What can I do for you?
Here. I will take James by the shoulders and push him forward. There.
Um,
You will talk to the man.
Yes, I am the man in question.
sure.
Yeah, we're looking for some gem kind of guy. Heard you might know him. Some Carl
Sarah.
Mazark.
Mazarek. Yes, as you do know.
Yeah. He's my old cellmate. Goes by the gem.
Oh,
Code.
you're in
Yeah.
prison as well. Can you we just need a brief description of his appearance.
Do you have his
No, that's
medical
true.
history?
This guy does know what he looks like.
Yeah.
Carl, he has like a. Well, last time I saw him, he had long black hair, kind of stringy. Also very kind
Tyler,
of
write
like
this down.
skinny.
He's on his tablet, kind of
Yeah.
trying to draw it. The sketch.
tall man. Let's see, 6 feet, or about 10 eagles.
Caw.
Victor was confused at first.
Yeah,
And then he knew.
That's
Eagles.
at least 20 pigeons in UK measurement.
Kind of has a hunch to him.
Okay.
Weird, kind of creepy look in his eye, but he's not creepy, but he has a weird look in his eye sometimes.
So
What are you guys trying to do with Carl?
What's his blood type?
No.
I mean, I don't know that, but
We can get a sample from him when we meet him. It's fine. Did you serve your time, or did you like break out?
I mean, that's a lot of information.
I pull out like a sack of 500.
Listen. He takes it. Wow. Listen, the prison. There was a flood. A lot of people got out. A lot of people, because of that, a lot of people got away. And I was one of them. So.
Okay. The way you got out,
Yeah.
please, because we want to get in. See,
You want to get in? It's half
Yes.
flooded. What do you want? What are you trying to do?
we're going for a fucking bath. What do you think we're going? I'm sorry, that was uncool.
Whoa. I don't even know you. What's your name, pal?
Sorry, James McCoy.
The McCoy
son of,
family.
yeah, the McCoy family. Don't tell them I was down here.
You dirty bastard.
I mean, I think they know, but as long as I'm not officially down here, they can't do anything.
Yeah, don't worry.
But yes, how can we get in?
So he starts to describe the layout from memory, but it's been years in the high water. May have caused some structural collapses, but you guys do gain a new story tag. You have the basic prison layout story tag, so you can use that to your advantage.
Yeah.
It will come into play later on in the game when you guys need it, when you're getting closer to it. But and he starts to recount. He's like, I don't really like to think about cell block Bravo. That's what we are in. But
Prison romance, tough love.
nah. Maybe.
Right
Anyway. He had top bunk. I had top bunk. He had the bottom bunk. What else do you want to know?
That's fine. You've given us enough. But
Actually,
so he was the
I do
bottom.
have a couple questions.
Okay.
He was the bottom. Yeah.
I do have a couple questions my way, at least.
Yeah.
Do you know how many guards they had at any given point? Like, do you know what their schedule was, or at least what kind of rotation they utilized?
That was years ago, man.
I mean, just whatever you remember. It doesn't matter if it's applicable now.
I mean, they always had 2 guards at the end of the hall, and they'd switch shifts every 3 hours. And then when we went in for lunch, an array of guards throughout the food hall. But other than that, we didn't go anywhere else.
Yeah, did they have any special protections, like just standard guard gear? Anything that might be circumvented if they decide to give us problems?
They had some special gear. I can't tell you what it is. I can see it. I haven't seen it being used, But they had some gear on their body.
They have to have hand-shaped drones guarding the facility.
No.
So
Not that I
unrelated.
see. Yeah.
You have to get on that, Talos.
But I mean, if you're trying to find, Carl can't be there, is he? They moved everybody out.
Apparently not. Apparently they moved back in. They missed home, so they've gone back.
I know he was up to some nefarious stuff in the cell, but the cell must be underwater by now. It should be underwater.
Nefarious stuff is a gem cut. What's he doing in that cell?
Yeah, what's he doing in the cell?
Oh, he was working on a project. Trying to make this special gem or thread or something. I forgot what it was called, but he was working on a project there. So
In the cell.
in the cell, yep.
Okay.
Do you know what got him in jail? Or what happened?
No, we didn't talk that much. It was just kind of like, how's your day? Same. It's
Give me
day.
a round of applause.
Yeah, it's day 48. What do you do? You know.
Victor, it's inappropriate to discuss this.
You know what I do think though. He tells you that he like taps his. Carl's probably trying to receive that. If he's back in there, he's trying to get back in there, retrieve something that he was working on.
I'm 12 years old. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. It's fine.
Okay.
He's receiving. That's fine.
Okay.
What's receiving? Yeah.
So he had this special. He has a special engraved gem, an intaglio he created in jail, and he always said it had some special value to him or something like that. Maybe he's trying to get back in there for that.
Amulet with special value. Did he describe it in a kind of a fey way, as it was a kind of, maybe mystical, it feels good, those sort of words.
I don't know, you're using these big words, fey, I don't know what that means.
It's fine. It's
For another $500, I may know what it means.
For another $500, I'll pay your college tuition.
I'll take it.
It's fine. Oh my god.
Yeah. So
I'm curious. So we got the layout of the prison at least, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's from my memory, but it's flooded, so it's a real creepy place. So just be cautious if you guys are trying to. There's some weird stuff going down there.
Are we gonna need diving gear, or is it just moderately flooded?
That water is poison. So if you're trying to dive, you need diving gear.
Okay.
If you're trying to infiltrate, you probably should disguise yourself as one of the guards. Oh, he's holding onto his rib. Damn, this hurts.
Did you have a doctor in that hospital or in that prison at all?
Please don't fix all the prisons.
Was there? Yeah, but I never had to go. But yeah, some guys want to see the nurse sometimes.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, but I'm telling you, everybody's gone. All the old employees, everybody's evacuated after the flood. So.
Did the building itself have any kind of defenses, any kind of cyber network, anything we have to worry about? Like you've got human guards, but they have any automated stuff.
Yeah, but
So just and with the cameras, is there anything that we could tell us? Do you think you could get a camera view? We could get a better layout of it as it currently stands.
There's probably cameras. Yeah. My damn rib.
I'm telling you, we got the doctor here. She can help you.
I
she's saying weird stuff though.
I have a
syringe.
Yeah. Victor, will you hold him down? I'll fix this.
I will hold him down. And Victor just restrains him completely.
Whoa! I just gave you all this information.
Compliance isn't a factor.
This will be best if you do not struggle.
You become like us. You will be upgraded.
And Akira looks at the syringe and she's like, if I miss your vein with this will go really poorly.
Let's do a quick outcome. Let's do it.
Yeah,
okay.
Fix him. Force.
Stabilize the wounded, fast sinking, physical weaknesses. Let's go. Wait, no. Fast sinking, stabilize the wounded, sharp-eyed precision, and physical weaknesses.
Is that +4?
Yeah.
What about your meds?
Oh no.
Oh, +5 because it is meds from her bag.
Okay. And since Foundry has loved on you guys all night, I imagine this will work.
She got 10.
Yes.
I got a 10.
I mean, with the pluses it will, but without them, it would have been a failure.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter because there's pluses, ain't there? So what are you doing to help him?
I'm getting rid of the fractured rib status for him.
Oh, okay. Okay, then as soon as it's gone, how quickly does this happen?
It takes about like 10 to 15 seconds to like hit his system, and he notices something weird going on in his chest area. It's kind of like radio static. That's what it feels like, just in his body.
His bones are
I
popping.
promise. I
Okay.
promise it is not alien.
And then he notices that like he'll take another like deep breath of fresh air, and he'll be like, "Oh, there's no pin in there anymore."
Yeah, you see him as he takes a breath in. You see like his pupils dilate a little bit. Whoa. Okay. You can let go of me now, Vic.
See, I
That's
told you, all work out.
That's gonna cause a crippling addiction later, but you can see me for that too.
Oh, I already got a crippling addiction, honey. Don't worry about that.
That's great. All right.
Oh, thank you. I think I kind of want to kiss you on the mouth right now. What did you give me?
The dog won't let you do that.
Only the dog's allowed to.
Only the dog.
Okay, you know what? I understand the relationship between companion and human. I won't let my dog lick inside my mouth, but to each their own.
Yeah, I know how you feel, man.
What the hell?
This dog will kill
What the
you.
hell was that?
Oh, that was our friend outside.
Yes, sorry, it's my companion outside. Yeah, he's.
James is always just on the phone. He's always on the phone with
Are you
Yeah, my pen pal. Yeah.
with his pen pal.
Did that sound like an arc to you?
I've heard. Honestly, no.
All narcs are southern.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is where we're gonna end the session for tonight. I'm gonna hop off now, and I'll see you guys all next week.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
Later.